Good morning. It is 6:07 in the morning, and I am going to take you along with me for a little day in my life as an entrepreneur, business owner, and mom of a 5.5-month-old baby. So I'm excited to have you along with me for the day. Let's get into it. Okay, so I've got my coffee. Typically, we get up anywhere between 5:30 and 6:30. We tend to be an early rising, early to bed family. Usually I'm heading out to bed at like 9. Probably asleep by 9:30 most nights. I hear the baby maybe getting up, so I'm gonna go check on him. Gonna go get him up. We're gonna hang out for a bit, and then we will get the day started. Say good morning. Good morning. So I do breastfeed, but we like to keep things flexible by offering a bottle as well. So I typically will pump once in the morning, and then we'll use that for a bottle later in the day. So now we are out, my dog and I, we are out for our morning walk. Chandler, say hi. Chandler, say hi. One of the things that I want to talk about is the fact that obviously as an entrepreneur, you don't get a maternity leave when you have a baby like you often would if you have a 9-to-5 job, especially because in Canada where I live, we have really good parental leave benefits. And so as an entrepreneur, obviously, unless we make that happen or we put our businesses on hold, we don't get that leave. But I think that for me, I actually wouldn't have it any other way. I love my schedule as it is right now, where I still get to work part-time. So though I am full-time in my business, meaning I don't have another job, this is what I do full-time. I'm probably right now doing anywhere from 15 to 20 hours per week. And then the rest of the time I'm able to spend time with Sunny, be a mom. And I'm really loving that balance. I love being able to work still. Working just brings me so much joy. I love my business. It's been something that I've poured my heart and soul into over the past 3-4 years. And I love being a mom too. And so I love that I can do both. It definitely takes some intentional planning, scheduling. Every day I feel like is definitely planned out. You can't really wing it. But I feel like once you get that schedule down, once you get into a solid routine, it works really well for us. Okay, so this is a very exciting morning because our beaver family is back. The ice is melting and they are back. Oh, look at them. Just chomping away on those sticks. I am home. I'm going to make some breakfast, put Sunny down for his first nap of the day, and then gonna get some training in. I pretty much have the same thing for breakfast every single day. It's really hard to get fresh berries where I live year round, and so I will just use frozen. I will microwave these for about 30 seconds, and then I add Greek yogurt. Typically, I will do half plain, half vanilla, because I really hate the taste of plain yogurt, but I don't love how much sugar is in the straight vanilla, so I'll do half and half. And then I will sprinkle with some nuts of some sort and some sort of granola. Here is the finished product. So now I am popping on the treadmill for a run. Today is 35 minutes. I'm currently training for an Ironman 70.3. If you've been listening to the Dietitian Success podcast for a little while, hold on, gotta start my watch. You know that I did my first Ironman triathlon in 2021. And so training has been a huge part of my life for my entire life. And It's just a big part of what I do to keep myself well, to keep myself healthy. It's a big part of maintaining my physical and mental health. And so I love it. I just love it. And so I am right now training for a 70.3, which means I'm doing a mix of swimming, biking, running throughout the week. I'm following a training plan that I found on Training Peaks. If you're wanting to train for something, whether that be a run, your first 5K, whatever, but you don't know where to start, Training Peaks is a really great place to start because you can purchase training plans. So I am following a training plan right now. This week is a recovery week, so the workouts are a little bit shorter, which is nice. We are 13 minutes into this workout. It is a 15-minute warm-up in heart rate zone 2, and then 5 2-minute intervals in heart rate zone 5 with a minute rest in between. So I am starting first interval in about a minute. Wish me luck. Okay, we're done. Cool down, great workout, and baby stayed sleeping the whole time. Okay, so time to get ready for the day now. When you are self-employed, when you work for yourself, when you work from home, it is so easy to wear sweatpants every single day. And I used to do that. And then honestly, I just started to feel like it made me feel pretty shitty. And so ever since then, I feel like probably 80% of the time I will actually get ready for the day, do my hair, do my makeup, put on some clothes. Even if I'm not leaving the house, it just makes me show up differently for my work, for my day. And I have a lot of clothes in my closet that I want to wear. So I don't want to do sweatpants every single day. I also want to talk for a minute about why I started Dietitian Success Center and what Dietitian Success Center is. If you are new to my world, if you have not followed us for a little while. So Dietitian Success Center is an online learning platform for dietitians and dietetic students. Our mission is to make it easier for dietitians and dietetic students to build their confidence and expertise in both nutrition and business. And so basically how it works is our members purchase a monthly or an annual subscription, and they get an all-access pass to nutrition courses, nutrition client handouts, practitioner resources, practitioner guides, and then we also have a second tier of our membership, which includes additional business courses. And we also have a really supportive community forum as well, where you can ask practice-related questions. And so the reason why I started Dietitian Success Center is because when I first started practicing as a dietitian, I was working in a setting where people could see me for one-on-one nutrition care for absolutely anything and everything. So, if you were having digestive problems, you could come and see me. If you were recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, you could come and see me. If your child was a picky eater, you could come and see me. And that was really challenging because, and I know a lot of practitioners are going to be able to relate to this, it was really challenging because what that meant is I was sort of expected to be an expert in everything. I was a true generalist. I had to know a little bit about everything, and that was insanely stressful. I felt like such an imposter, especially that first year of practice. And so that's really why I created Dietitian Success Center, because I would think to myself, well, if I need to learn about, for example, digestive health or PCOS or something like that, where am I supposed to go to get that information? I was out of school. I didn't necessarily have the resources that I had in school anymore. And when I would go to Google, obviously, majority of the information available on Google is intended for the general population, not a practitioner. It's not that level of detail. And so that's really how Dietitian Success Center came to be. And then never mind the fact that I was spending hours of my day creating client handouts and resources to give to my patients. And I was spending so much time on administration and prep. And so we solved that problem for practitioners. We have hundreds of client handouts for almost everything now. We add new ones every single month. We have nutrition courses on any number of topics from IBS, FODMAP, PCOS, picky eating, so many different topics. And that's really what we do. That's how we help our members. That's how we help practitioners. In terms of our day-to-day, we're basically a content creation machine. We have developed a process, a step-by-step process that we use to create high-quality evidence-based nutrition content, handouts, videos, courses, etc. And then I do the education on the business-related topics. But yeah, basically our day-to-day is creating content. And when I say us, I'm referring to myself. And then I have 2 core team members, Olivia, who is our nutrition content manager, and Maria, who is our operations manager. And then we work with countless dietitians in a contractor role. And then we also have somebody who helps us with our website as well, a non-dietitian. But that's basically how we roll. Okay, so here's the fit. We have t-shirt, wear a t-shirt 90% of the time, wide leg, cargos, extra stretchy, K-necklace, little hoopies. Let's go. Okay, I'm at my desk for the day. This is my fairly messy workstation. I will usually try and do a quick tidy before I start working for the day, but I'll usually start by checking Slack, check my emails, and then I come up with a to-do list for the day. So today, we have a team meeting. We meet once a week as a core team, myself, Olivia, Maria, to talk about just any priorities, anything that's come up over the last week. And then otherwise, I am going to be working on our YouTube marketing strategy. And then I'm also going to be recording a podcast episode later today. So actually the first thing I'm going to start with is I do one final review of our content before it goes on the site. And so we have a step-by-step review process, and the very last step is I just do a final read through, a final polish. So we are releasing a new toolkit all about the Mediterranean diet. So a toolkit being an evidence summary, which I'll show you in a second, and a collection of client handouts. So I'm going to do a review of those first. Okay, so this is our evidence summary. Essentially what this is we basically do a literature review on the topic to find the best available scientific evidence, and then we summarize it into a guide that practitioners can read with just the most important essential information. So the idea being that you can read this and you can get a sense of where the evidence is before working with patients and clients in this area. And then for handouts that we have going along with this one, we have a Mediterranean-inspired meal ideas PDF document here. And so all of our handouts are incredibly visual. They're in plain language, so accessible for majority of populations. And so what we've also done with this one is we've included this Mediterranean meal planning guide too and grocery list. And then we have a white labeled version as well. So you can use this and you can put your own branding on it. So your own logo, your business name, and it includes a bunch of content related to the Mediterranean diet. And you can kind of pick and choose what you want. You can also customize the images here for your population group. If you have a population that might eat different foods, different cultural foods than what is included in this guide, you can swap out those images. Just popping into our weekly team meeting. We use Airtable to keep ourselves organized, to give ourselves an agenda for each meeting, and otherwise we just chat about what is happening over the next week. Yay, team meeting! Making some lunch now. It is usually a hodgepodge of things. Today I am going to throw together some eggs, some leftover potatoes, some kale, and feta cheese, and I'm gonna scramble it all together in a fry pan and probably put some hot sauce on it. Okay, finished product. Looks gross, but tastes good. Took me about 3 minutes to make, and of course, cherry bubbly on the side. Also, you might be wondering, where's your baby? Well, I forgot to mention, we have childcare that starts at 9 a.m. and goes until 2 p.m. And so those are my working hours during the day. He's home, our nanny comes here, and then I will go and feed him when he needs to be fed. So for the first 3 months, Paul actually my husband was on paternity leave, and so I was still able to work. I took about the first 6 weeks off, and then I started going back to work a little bit. And now I'm back to part-time hours. Paul is back at work, and so we do have childcare. It is 2 o'clock, workday is done. Now I get to hang out with this guy for the rest of the day. End of the workday, family dog walk, baby walk. Beautiful day out. Okay, so we are back from our walk. Paul's hanging out with Sunny. I am making dinner. Tonight we are having a shrimp bulgur HelloFresh meal. I actually really love to cook, but sometimes I feel like I need a break from like the meal planning process. Sometimes I just don't want to figure out what we're having for the week and actually go grocery shopping. I would say we do HelloFresh like once a month or so, and then we'll just skip the meals in between then. And it's nice because it just takes that extra step out of the meal planning process. And by the way, not everything that I've eaten during the day has been included in this video. I have many, many, many snacks in between my meals. I just showed breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I just didn't show all my snacks. Okay, we have made it to the end of the day. I am already in my pajamas and it's 6:22. I was going to record a podcast episode this evening, but it's just not gonna happen. We just put the baby down to sleep. And it's time to watch TV and read and go to bed early because I am tired. So thank you so much for joining me for my day in the life. It was so awesome to have you along for my